swoosh. Man, I hate it when I forget piece of my introduction, like a piece of my introduction. This was part of it. Anyway, it's one of those mornings already, but it's all going to be better as soon as I introduce Mike Ball.
Yo, what's going down with everybody?
It's Mike Ball in the mornings. I don't rap no more. Mike Ball stole the show. He's changed himself, put himself in my place. Goddamn, now look at his face. Oh, man, Mike Ball, that's not the way it should go. But every morning it's you and me in the #1 biker show in all the world. In all the world. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe, share, and like. With Mike Ball and Black Dragon in the mornings on the #1 biker show and the entire MFing world.
Man, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Round of applause.
Yeah, man, but
round of applause.
Nothing nearly as tight as your own stuff, man.
Nah, come on, man.
Boy.
That was cool that you actually made that clip and then posted that. That was really cool.
That short was, I said, let me show the young apprentice that I still have.
Yeah, no, you did it. You did it perfectly.
Yeah, I think we got it right here.
Every single one of you guys, let's fucking go. You're looking at the Grand Wizard, Warlord, vocal cord so vicious. And I don't have to show riches to pull up with some bad bitches.
Boy.
And it ain't about chivalry.
It ain't about chivalry.
It's about dope lyrics.
It's about lyrics and delivery.
It's about my persona.
It's about my persona.
Like a man that can do what he wanted.
Come on now.
Man that you knew on the corner. See him come up and fuck up
the owner.
See him go up West Side, California. Bitch, I'm hot. It's Phoenix, Arizona.
All right, man.
I got multiple bitches. It's a new law. Keep the hold of the riches, dumb bitch, don't spin it. As soon as you get it and recognize I'm a captain, you a lieutenant.
You're a lieutenant, boy. Come on, boy. Come on, Mike Ball. Come on. Come on, Mike Ball. Yeah, buddy.
Homage and having a good time, you know.
Mike
I
Ball
love having
the
a
Wise.
Hey, it's all about having a good time.
Mike Ball the Wise, boy. That was cool, man.
Good morning, and everybody.
This whole time able to do that. So let's go. Freedom and unity, family worldwide. Keep the love wave going, and let's rock this world, man. Together, family.
Absolutely.
Boy, that's that Todd J. We got to meet Todd J one day.
For real.
What's good, y'all? Ms. Ain't Shit is here. Bonjour, everyone. Good morning, Ms. Ain't Shit. You know, you got to be really tough with yourself to say, I'm Miss Ain't Shit. They used to call me JB Ain't About Shit because I really wasn't about shit. So I understand. What's up, man? Mike Ball?
We're enjoying our morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever the heck you guys are from.
Yeah, wherever you are tuning in from across the United States. My plug is falling out of, damn. That's
out of what?
Out of the plug. It's falling off the desk. Everything is.
You're hilarious.
Yeah, you don't want to see my desk. It's not seeable.
It's not
worthy. No, it's not worthy. The thing is,
it's not like my desk.
No, Mike. I look at your desk with great jealousy each day.
I got a chessboard back here.
Yeah, I saw that, and the pieces have dust on them. They don't move. And then I noticed.
I actually play multiple times a week.
And then I noticed your liquor bottle over there has stayed the same for a while, so that pleases me.
Yeah, I actually had 2 drinks last night on the Diamond Effect. That's what it's for. As I have that on.
You can drink on Diamond Effect, but not here. Okay, all right, I got you.
Well, dude, it's morning.
Is it morning everywhere in the world where we are?
Yes, right now.
It's got to be night somewhere.
What, you're gonna drink at noon?
Yeah, it's almost noon for me. So, Mike, we have some MC protocol today since we don't have any good news stories.
Right.
We're kind of news poor today.
Which, hey, actually, that's a good thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
nobody's done anything stupid.
Like, and not gotten killed or, something, that's a very good thing. So we're like, hey, might as well come up with some MC stuff, MC protocol. And I instantly thought about social media. And
Yeah.
you guys know that I'm very involved in social media. So
Mhm.
and how we can see the good sides of social media, and this is coming from a youngster, okay? I see the good sides of social media for MCs, and I see the bad sides as well, and that's something that today we're going to highlight the negative.
Yeah. We have a lot of clubs losing their SHIT.
I appreciate you, Elliot. Appreciate you, my man.
We got a lot of clubs losing it on social media, and it is crazy what they do. So I thought Mike said, let's talk about social media today, and let's talk about some pros and cons mostly cons of social media, and how it's working to destroy motorcycle clubs, and what you should be doing about it. So
Right.
one of the first things I want to open up with is we saw TikTok yesterday get banned in the United States of America if they don't sell their company by the House. Now, it's still got to go through the Senate, but the House actually went through and said we're not going to follow what 170 million Americans say. 170 million. There's
That's
only
insane.
there's only about 400 million people in the United States.
I think it's like I thought it was like 360 million, something like that. But maybe I'm wrong.
Population of the United
Maybe
States.
that's old news.
Well, we can find out real quick. Google knows everything. So Google says that, you're right, Mike Ball. See, between Mike Ball and everybody that's on here, they know everything. So we got 331 million people in the United States.
Yeah.
And so in that number is how many millions of people are not on the internet. Is that a question we can ask? How many people
In the
don't
United
use
States.
the internet in the United States?
Yeah.
Can we ask that question?
Yeah.
So it says 7% of U.S. adults say they don't use the internet. So 330 million times 7%. And that will give us the number. Let's see.
Yep. Look, we're doing some maths today.
0.7 equals 231. So 231 million? No. Can't be
Dr. Harley, by the way.
2,300,000, something like that. So that many people, so that's not a whole lot of people. So 170 million is like, man, that's almost 200 million of 330 million that use not the internet, that use TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok, not the internet.
170 million Americans, almost 200. We can round it up to 200 million of the 330 million Americans that are out there use TikTok.
Yep.
And so, geez, 170 million. And the Congress decided to pass a law to go against 170 million people. We looked up there yesterday, and I think it was 330,000 businesses that use TikTok. How many American, let's see, how many American businesses?
I agree with you, Steve.
So 7 million. 7 million. You see this? 7 million American businesses would be out of business or would be off of TikTok.
Yes.
In one day.
Well, I mean, you got to think how many people actually rely on TikTok as an income, full on income. Like people support their families off of TikTok. It's a business. You know what I mean? Social media, like my social media, it's a business.
Right here it says TikTok has evolved into a preferred platform for nearly 5 million businesses seeking expansion and success. To the answer to my question, how many businesses use TikTok as their only business? So there are 7 million businesses on the thing total. What our Congress told us is that they're going to delete what the American people have chosen as a pastime they want to do. So your congressman that you sent to Congress knows more than you do.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the reason I brought this point up is because all of this harassment they've been doing of TikTok lately, we have seen them in the news, and it's a bunch of people old like me and older asking questions that are just absolutely crazy, like, can TikTok turn off your electricity? Stuff like that. They're asking this in these meetings. They're asking the TikTok president guy some of the most outrageous shit you've ever heard.
It's crazy. Absolutely.
So it's like you got these old fogies making these decisions based on Cold War era values and Cold War era fear tactics, and the same thing is happening. Watch this. Watch me draw this around. The same thing is happening in motorcycle clubs. In the big motorcycle clubs, you got old guys like me that don't know and understand how the internet works. And so the young guys in their clubs are going wild with it and destroying the clubs because you're so far behind the times that by the time you bring your club up to speed, this has gotten completely out of the club's hands. So now all law enforcement does is just sit back and watch your youngins just destroy the club's reputation and indicate the club in crimes and all kinds of stuff, because these guys get on their preferred platforms and tell all their business because they've grown up doing that. So clubs have to, the elders in the clubs have to understand that TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, this is a thing. When I first got started and like when I first got here around in Atlanta, I can remember the OGs talking about, I don't give a damn about TikTok. It ain't real. If you ain't riding your motorcycle, TikTok ain't real. The internet ain't real. It ain't real. Public opinion is real.
It absolutely is real.
Perception is real. Threats from TikTok from a major 1% motorcycle club, that's real. And we have done news story after news story where they have said, oh yeah, we just sat around on their social media and gathered all this up.
Yep.
MCs have to get a hold of their youngins. You got to get some policies instituted in your bylaws. I often use TikTok because it is the bastion.
It is. It's the one. It's not as bad on like Instagram and all that stuff, but on TikTok, oh my God.
For whatever reason, TikTok took off as the club set side. The club set paradise. And I've seen, in my day, 1%ers wouldn't even take pictures.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You take a picture with a 1%, that guy'd be like calling you up, hey man, I know I took that picture with you, but could you, whatever you do, man, you know you can't post that, right? Nowadays, They got their own TikTok TV channels. Raw Dog, we said this yesterday. The government wants people to get real jobs and not make videos all day. We said that yesterday. It's
crazy,
not the government wants people to get real jobs. It's the corporations that we've walked out of their fake ass jobs.
Right.
Where they weren't paying a living wage, where you had to work at McDonald's and Burger King,
right,
and Chester Fries,
doing three shifts,
and collect and still collect aluminum cans, and you still couldn't afford your rent. Your wife had to work too. Then the pandemic, the so-called pandemic hit. And after the pandemic hit, all those restaurants said, hey, we ain't got no people coming in the door. And although we're just quadrillionaires, we're not going to pay you not to come to work. So we're shutting down for the next 4 months or whatever the case may be. You better go get unemployment. And people found a way to use unemployment and their other vices like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all kinds of things. It came to be that being a content creator was one of the fastest growing businesses in the country.
And it is. It is. YouTube is the actual biggest small business in all of America.
So if this becomes the number one small business, people are making money on this, sitting right here. Some folks in their homes, like Mike Ball. I got my own office that I wanted to. I'm old. I'm used to going to work somewhere. So got a little small office here above the Dragon's Lair. And hey, people are thriving. And so what does the big businesses say? The McDonald's and all these places. At first, people were saying, I ain't coming to work for that unless you pay me. So now McDonald's is paying $17, $18 an hour. They were paying $9, $7, $8, $9, $10 an hour. Now they're paying 17 or 18 bucks, which is closer to a living wage. But somebody was like, keep your 17 bucks. I can make 17 bucks on TikTok. So now let's get rid of TikTok. But anyway, that's another discussion that we had all day yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Maybe that should have been our discussion. We did that on TikTok yesterday. Yep. Before Mike Ball got me kicked off TikTok. It's okay, Dragon. You can drive and talk on TikTok. No, I can't. Yeah, just don't look at the screen. Really? Oh, okay, I'll do that. Kicked right off. But it's okay. We won't be doing that again. It's a thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's really a thing. Stevie said, I think most of these so-called influencers are full of BS. Well, they are, but BS sells.
Also answer what you think about this. Steve, I also asked a really good question.
Do you think you have a biased opinion based on the fact that you use the platform? Well, absolutely.
But we also see both sides because we have.
I'm making money on that platform, and I don't want to. I'm making money on that platform.
I was out at sea for 10 years of my life.
I'm making money on that platform, and I can't see any reason. The reasons that they say they're banning it, they don't want the Chinese to have the same information that they willingly give to. Who's the owner of Facebook?
Mark Zuckerberg.
They give Mark Zuckerberg. I guess if you're an American, you can have my name, social security number, and check every place that I go to watch pornography and buy stuff and track me all over the internet and show me those commercials and stuff. You can do that. But if I'm if you're China, I guess you can't have the same information. You can't, like, girl, we're not giving TikTok any more information than YouTube, WhatsApp, Google, Apple, and a lot of these companies are really based overseas. They're really flagged out of places overseas. So, this is crazy. But I think if they do this, I think you're going to see maybe even a whole new political party in America. That ain't going to be Democrat. I mean, Democrats and Republicans, they got us all so snowed. They're on the same damn side of the coin.
Of course they are.
They got us fighting each other.
It's a divide and conquer.
Because
everything's divide and conquer.
Overwhelmingly approved. This TikTok thing was overwhelmingly approved in the House. That means both sides. We're on this BS. All these old fogies that don't even understand, like. But I think you'll see 170 million Americans. Well, maybe not 170, maybe 22 million of the 170. But that'd be way more than enough.
That's plenty. That's plenty. That's a mega city.
You might see nothing but Mike Ball, the wisest in Congress.
And you would.
A whole bunch of whiny ass 27-year-olds.
Like if TikTok were my main platform, and it's like if I looked at this as like my Instagram, I'd be losing my goal right now. Because I mean I don't use TikTok as my main platform, but if this were happening to Instagram, I would be losing it.
Yeah, TikTok is my secondary platform.
Right.
But I consider it a main platform for me. It's my secondary platform. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, we went off on a tangent there, off of our main subject. Is that what Brophy was trying to talk about? TikTok?
He's got. Let me explain something about Brophy. Brophy is a man of many trades, and he understands freaking social media. So I wanted to bring him in on this because he's got something to say on it. Bring him in. All right. Yeah. How you doing, kind sir?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Good.
No, I wanted to get in on this because for two reasons, really. I mean, one, I work in social media, and two, our club and stuff uses social media, but not in the way that maybe people think. Some clubs shouldn't maybe use social media, and then some others use it for kind of like benign type of stuff,
Absolutely. I mean, like on the TikTok side, we've seen, these really arrogant people get on there and their club, they show their colors, they're showing their diamonds and doing all that and speaking for the club in a negative way, or, they're speaking about what they think or whatever. And then they're talking with their cut on. So you're representing the whole nation, and it happens all the time. And then there's these guys that come in there that think that they're just, I don't know, like these big, proud, tough guys, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm going to tell it like it's supposed to be, like whatever. And it's, I don't know. It's crazy that these people kind of get on there and just run a tangent all day long.
Well,
with their colors on.
Yeah, I remember when, Dragon, like when you were first starting this and you were, Black Dragon, national president, and you were coming on and you were doing your motorcycle protocol stuff and you were doing protocol stuff, but you weren't like, there wasn't a bunch of like stuff where you're in the clubhouse with the brothers filming people doing this and doing that. You would be in your car by yourself, or you would be,
So I looked at,
you're not really, it's like full.
I looked at Black Dragon National President. Man, you've been watching me for a long time. So when I did Black Dragon, when I first came on Black Dragon National President, I really thought that I would like a colonel, like my neighbor Colonel Stinnett, who probably got out of the military 50 years ago at this point, and he's still called Colonel Stinnett. So I figured I'd call myself Black Dragon National President. That was the name of my YouTube channel, because I was always going to be like Colonel Stinnett, a former national president. And so I would keep the moniker Black Dragon National President forever. But one of my 1%er friends that really does consult me often, his name is Nikita. And he called me up one day and he says, Black Dragon, I like your show. The only problem I have with it is that you call yourself Black Dragon National President. And if you do that, no matter what, everybody's going to think you're speaking for your club. Even if you don't, even if it's not everybody, a significant amount of people will think you're speaking for your club. And they'll always think that. Because some people will know that you're not a national president anymore. Other people won't know, and they'll just assume that because you attached a club kind of moniker to it, that it's going to always be you speaking for the club.
Right.
And so, in deference to him, I said, okay, because 1,000 people asked me to change it before he did. But in deference to him, he said, I just don't think that's MC protocol. And all you talk about is MC protocol. So I think you're being a hypocrite in this instance. So I said, all right. And I changed it to Black Dragon Biker TV, which took a big weight off the club, I think.
Wow.
Right. And like we do, then like when we do, like if you go to our Facebook page, we post just doing like, outreach, pretty innocent stuff. I don't really make a whole bunch of like content or doing. So, I mean, depending on what, I guess, when you're talking about social media and how the motorcycle clubs operate, there is, you can get in trouble, when you don't really realize what you're doing. And some of them clubs in their bylaws, they're like no social media whatsoever.
But that's not working. It might be in their bylaws, but it ain't in practice, because every major club out there,
right?
I'm looking at some form or fashion of social media being tied to their club.
So clubs have to accept the fact that social media is a real thing. And how are you have to be able to get to the point of going, okay, we have to accept that this is here and this is really where everyone's at.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so once you accept that, you guys got to implement in your bylaws how you want it to be structured. You don't want to just be like, no social media, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. Okay. I think that people have to understand that it's a real thing. It's cool. Very, very real.
Yeah, it's a tool for sure. And your motives behind it could be for exposure, could be because you're promoting, could be because, you're trying to draw people towards your club. It could be, any of that stuff. And when you bring the club name into it, I mean, especially when you're talking about a club like Dragon's Club, where they're huge, and you want to get the respect and stuff of your members in a kind of a blessing in a sense, right? To, be able to speak on behalf of everybody. And you figure, hey, I'm the national president, I should be able to, I should be able to speak on behalf of the club and this and that. But it depends on your content, and just like Dragon was saying, I was doing motorcycle protocol,
And my club wasn't too, my club was like 50-50 on that. Half of the guys were, oh man, that's cool. So many people in my club at this point, so many hundreds of them have come from Black Dragon Biker TV, that those guys were like, oh man, oh yeah, that's really cool. But I had another side of the club that didn't think it was so cool at all, especially, you know, in the beginning, I got threatened a whole lot and all kinds of.
Well, you were the pioneer, so yeah, that's why.
And I was black, and
on top of that, yeah.
I am black. I didn't, Mike.
Yeah. I was. Yeah.
Mike the Wise, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I seen Mike rap on the thing.
You saw Michael rapping? Wasn't that cool?
Tendencies, you know.
Yeah, Mike's got them bars on us. So I am at that time, and now I'm black. So during that time, it was tough because it's hard. It's kind of crazy, but in 2015, 2016, there were still a lot of folks that didn't even know that there were Black 1% motorcycle clubs. Like, I had whole entire audiences like, huh? There's Black 1%ers? Like, yeah, what did you thought? Like during the cowboy movies, there just was no blacks riding around? Because that's what the cowboy movies look like.
Right.
Especially the spaghetti westerns.
Yeah, they obviously ain't been around. If they
so in the beginning was really, really, really tough. And people like Hollywood from Insane Throttle, people like Dibber in the Wind over in the UK, people like that welcomed me in. And Hollywood, I remember in the very beginning, Hollywood was doing race relation shows and educating people that there were Black motorcycle clubs out there, because I was catching hell. So when I first got started on social media. But Mike, what are some things that are best practices that we should do? You know, do you have like 5 best practices that motorcycle clubs should do?
Off the top of my head, I think that, like I said, accepting the fact that there is social media now, and if you're going, like, for instance, let's say you can implement something like this, like you're not allowed to speak to the camera while you are wearing your colors, but you can, ride around and show your colors, and show that you guys are riding, and cool videos of you guys just doing your little thing out there in the street. I don't think it's necessarily great to have somebody speaking to social media while they're wearing their colors, unless it's, and like for me, I did do a whole interview with my colors on. And so, but I got total permission from the entire club, from national, everything to do that. And that was for me to speak on and do my interview about me, though. It had nothing to do with anybody else but me and how the club reacted. So it was a different scenario in that regard, because I don't want people to think I'm contradicting myself in this. Having like your opinions thrown out there about things, and you're talking like, oh, this is what it should be, and blah, blah, blah. You should not do that with your colors on. If you're going to do that, be a content creator and just wear your t-shirt, just wear your shirt. You don't need to be, all hardcored up, looking all hard for the camera. So anyways, that's my heart out, guys. Much love and respect to everybody. I hope everyone has a wonderful day.
We'll see you in the car, right?
No, I'm actually doing a vice versa. I'm taking care of the baby. So
all right. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
All right.
See you, Mike. Well, for me, it is I look at the internet as social media. I look at that as propaganda. And that's what a club should use social media for. It should use social media for positive propaganda for the club. And meaning that every time you see us on social media, if we're in our colors or whatever the case may be, we should be having a good time we should be extolling the virtues of the MC. We should be recruiting. Everything should be positive, 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 positive. It should be a propaganda tool, not us up here, not somebody up here threatening people, trying to patch police, trying to do all kinds of craziness that we see going on, threatening folks like, I'm going to come get you. I'm on my way to Atlanta to come get you, bro. This kind of stuff. Because if something goes down, your club gets hit with a RICO charge because you're on the internet being stupid.
Yeah, it's all evidence. It's all evidence, and some clubs more than others. That's the reason why, like, if we're doing social media, we show basically what we're doing out in the community.
Yeah.
Not so much, I mean, not being dumb or going around and exposing like too much, because there's certain things that it's like if you want to find out what a motorcycle club's really all about, as well as I do, join one.
Or go hang out with one. Or go hang around one, become a friend of the club or an associate or something.
Yeah, start somewhere. But
supporter.
Some of these guys, they want to look and they want to see, well, what are these guys about? And you can get a glimpse of what we're about because it's all, regulated content, right? We're showing you what we want you to see. Most of it is like, this is what we're about, really. We go out and, we do this and we ride and we hang out together. That's what it's about. It isn't, you can see all the other stuff, that happens, every day because that's what the media wants to portray. But if you're looking at a motorcycle club's personal content, they're showing you what they're about, what their definition of what they're about is to you, not the media's definition.
Exactly. And that's how it should be, but that's not always how when you're acting bad, when you're acting out on social media, you're hurting your club. Anytime you want to do anything negative on social media, you're hurting your club.
Yeah.
If you're in your club colors or your social media account happens to be part of your club name or such and such forever. So, it could be Black Dragon, BFFFB or whatever, BSFFBS or whatever. Any form of your name or your club's name, then you should be devoid of politics, devoid of religion, devoid of hate, devoid of threats, devoid of anything that's going to make the club look bad. And everything should be positive, happy. And that's a hard burden. Yeah. So have a secondary account that's just you.
Right.
And then you can be the bigot or the hater or the racist or the sexist or the homophobe or whatever it is that you want to be.
People, and if I don't know why people would want to get on there and portray that kind of stuff and their propaganda, their negative propaganda and their hate and stuff like that. Cause you just look like an idiot when you do that, when you get up there.
Ghost Eagle says, one reason you never see me if I have a cut or not, that stays on the side of on the sideline, that stays off media unless it was showing us doing club rallies or club events. That's how it should be.
Yeah, you should be wearing your, if you're out doing your stuff with your club, you should be in your cut, like, right now. It's like I'm not on here like talking.
The big boss brings out a point. One of the first things that law enforcement does now with anybody, one of the first things they do is they spy on you through your social media account. One of the first things they do if you become a target is go look up his Instagram, because he's almost sure to post the brand new car he just stole the money, and now he bought this car. He's just sure to post that, man.
Yeah, and other clubs do that too. A lot of clubs, like, they see your thing. The first thing they'll do is hit Facebook or Instagram and pull your club name up, and you know what I mean, and see like what you're about or what you're doing or who you're hanging
That's why
out
clubs
with.
have to be smart enough to keep it, to keep that stuff. The only thing I want to show you on my social media, only thing I want to show you is what I want you to see. That's it. Nothing more.
Yeah, Dr. Harley. Yeah, there you go. He says it right there. We should promote fundraising, donations, and positive stuff of the club. And anything that you're doing negative that's going to put the club in any kind of bad light, it shouldn't be done anyway. And if you have to be told that, then there's other issues going on besides that. You got to have love and respect for your club to well, obviously, especially if you're really about the club, it's about what's best for the club. You say it all the time. There's the we, there's the I, and there's the we.
Yeah. Another thing Dr. Harley says is I believe in not pimping your patch, and boy, that's a whole nother that's a whole nother video about what is pimping your patch and making money off of your patch. So we probably need to do that show.
Yeah, that would probably. That there's that goes on, and obviously, someone has the bright idea. They're like, yeah, we need to make money for our club.
Making money for your club is not the same as pimping your patch.
Right. But that's what, it turns into, that's what most of you are a club guy. You're just thinking, hey man, how can we make some money for the club? Is this a possibility? And, and then sometimes that avenue turns into pimping your patch. You got to be real careful. It's a dance.
Oh my goodness. It is. It's,
especially when you're talking about when you're talking about dancing around and utilizing your club as a tool to make money. And there's other ways to make money for your club besides pimping yourself out on the internet.
Right. Another thing Big Boss says is when you're out there with your videos and you pan the crowd, law enforcement can figure out who you are when you pan the crowd. Panning is when you are showing your background, and people can pan the crowd. Is Mike Ball coming back in? Are you coming back in, Mike Ball?
How's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
And another thing too, when you're talking about, that's a good point. When you're panning around, when you're panning around in the crowd, there's also other people looking to see who's in your background.
Yeah, true. Like maybe your wife or something. Yeah. If you're not at the right place doing the right thing, which Black Dragon often find himself not at the right place or doing the wrong thing. Because I'm a biker, not a choir boy. She knows, and she be looking. I've seen creators pimping their patches for likes and subscribers, and creators have to be, like I say, for the longest time, my channel was called Black Dragon Biker TV. And there were a lot, Black Dragon National President, rather. And there were a lot of people that felt like I was kind of pimping my patch, even though I didn't say National President of what. There were a lot of people that were against that. And finally, I changed it.
You didn't focus a whole lot on your, you didn't focus. As a guy who watched you at the time when you were doing it, like I've been watching you for long, and I can tell you, you never put your club on display. Like, you were talking about protocol, sure. You know what I mean? But there was seldom, besides maybe your introduction, where you would show like your guys doing burnouts and things like that. But otherwise, you weren't like, my club did this today. This is where we're going to be this Saturday. This, you know what I mean? There was, I didn't ever really see you doing any of that,
Yeah. But still, it still evoked emotion, so I finally got rid of it. And for me, it was like a huge lift off my shoulders, too, because then I became Black Dragon Biker TV, and I did not have the overwhelming, overbearing club aspect of, one of the nationals or something, always looking on my channel, telling me, how to make my living or whatever the case may be. I actually became free when I did that. And man, now me and Mike Ball, we just do our thing. Mike Ball shed
That's right.
colors, and we don't really do that so much on here anymore. Every now and then I will do a video of us at the club so that you can see that it's a real channel and that we're really in clubs and that we really are invested in this as club members. So I remember one time a guy sent me a message, how come I don't ever see you on your bike? Because, bro, I'm teaching you stuff. I can't teach it to you from the back of my bike.
Hey, you have those videos.
I do.
With the wire earpiece and malfunctioning.
Yeah, and it sounded terrible. And we had to hear all that wind noise. Oh yeah, no, it was terrible.
He's flirting with girls on his bike, like he's pulling up, talking. He's like, and then he looks over and he'll be flirting with some girl in a car.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Times. Okay, to commercial.
That was back years ago.
Oh my goodness!
Stop the cap.
Hey, you stop the cap. Oh my goodness! So
when you were doing that, walking through the park,
those. I want to bring those walking videos back, but that whole setup, man, I still have that whole setup. There it is, right there. This is part of it. I mean, I took it to the max, man. I had all these toys and stuff. And then I had a wristwatch that remotely operated this, and then I had the lapel mics and all that stuff. And I'd be, man, I wonder if this. I don't even know where the charger to this thing is anymore. I don't even think I know how to use it anymore.
Is that like a GoPro 2 or something?
Yeah, it's the very first.
This is the 8. It's not the first. And look, I bought the technical back where.
Oh wow!
Where you could look at it yourself.
It's selfie mode.
The selfie mode, yeah, bro. I wasn't messing. I was the real deal.
About it. About it.
I was the real deal. Now they have these that show the 360 camera and all that, and I didn't keep up. I think this is an 8. What is GoPro up to now? 15.
Well, I have this one, and this is an 11 Hero.
11. Yeah. Yeah, I feel so bad right now with my raggedy ass 8 here. But I bet you don't have the cool things.
I don't have that attachment. No.
Yeah.
I have a few, but not like that.
Yeah, you could turn that leg into one back there.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. Don't swing the leg. That's intimidating.
I want to put a 3-round shotgun in here. You know what I mean?
Looking forward to that. Looking forward.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. It's gonna be illegal too. In California.
Oh, especially.
Dr. Hardy says GoPro is up to 12 now. I wonder what the 12 does, man. It's got to be like so far above the 8. Maybe I'll get a 12 and go back now. But I still use my phones. Like, I have a whole system for my phones. But now that this S24 has gotten so big, none of the stuff I have will hold it anymore. I've got the gimbal and all that stuff, man. Where my gimbal is. So, yeah. $1,500 phones, man. $1,300 phones. Depends on the one you get. They got one that's $1,800 that's got the terabyte drive on it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But hey, listen, mine have half terabyte drives, and a half terabyte. I used my last phone for like 6 years and never used that half terabyte. Bro, you got to be making content to use a terabyte. Damn.
Yeah, but if you just have an Apple, then what happens is it goes to a cloud that you pay for, and then it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger as you like. I have unlimited, like 16,000 videos on my phone, and it goes into a cloud, and it pays If you want more and more expansion,
has a cloud too.
Is that what they do?
Yeah, they have a cloud too, but it's always faster to edit on your phone.
Of course, that's what I use.
So it's always either faster to edit on your phone or your PC. So I like to store here to edit and move fast and not be waiting on the cloud. I don't always have a cloud everywhere, but I always have my 0.5 terabyte hard drive.
Yep, and that's nice.
So there.
Yeah, I wasn't an Android user for the longest time. And then, like with work, because of Instagram works really good on Apple and so like my boss was like, yeah, you're getting an Apple. So I started using Apple.
No, the only Apple thing I have is this thing, and this is a $1,300 paperweight. It's not even no. These are
the iPad. I don't have an iPad. I just use my phone.
He doesn't use it. It's hilarious.
I use it when I want to talk. When I want to talk to you on video, Mike. When I talk to Mike on video, I have to go grab this thing.
That's how I FaceTime him.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
A $1,300 FaceTime.
Yeah, for real. With Mike Ball.
I thought I was going to be doing editing on it. I saw some YouTube video, and some guy goes, "Yeah, you can do video editing on your." And he had some program, and I ran out and got one of these damn things, and I haven't edited one video on it, not one. But what it does do is it's a good my point of sales thing for when I go sell my books. I use my Apple thing to sell my books.
Oh yeah,
it does do that. It's a good $1,300 cash register, which could be done on your phone. There you go. But it sits right here. I got a stand for it. It sits right there in the air like NASA control. It sits there, and I every now and then push on it. It is charged. I keep it charged. Yeah, $1,300 paperweight. I wish I could sell this damn thing.
So when we were talking about like this whole thing with the social media thing, was it in like the way that they promote themselves, or were you guys talking about things that they shouldn't be doing?
Yeah, right. It was more the negative side of social media than the positives. I speak highly about social media if used right, correctly. There is a way to do it, like you're promoting an event, or, this is how the new flyers are, that's just how it is. And it gets to a lot more eyeballs, and you can use it in certain ways to where, let's say you guys take a picture together and everyone agrees like, hey, we can, as a club can take a picture together, but let's say, oh, we're not going to post when we're with other clubs or other diamonds, around. You don't post that, there's stuff that you can implement within your bylaws. So it was more of like the negative side of the whole social media thing.
Yeah, because they're I mean, not that I'd like say here, but things like that and social media stuff has brought up issues for us as well before, because of like, that's why when you're doing them, you don't do them at like mixed events, you don't do them with other people in the background, especially if you're going to do group photos, man. You make sure nobody's in the background, because you're not implicating anybody, or you're not putting yourself in a position to make it look like you might be supporting a club, or whatever, if you're not a support club, So there's a lot of things that social media is bad for, and there's a lot of things that it's good for, but you got to like regulate it enough to where it's like Dragon said, to where it's like it's benign, and it's like it's positive, and it's there's no potential for anybody getting hurt or implicated or whatever.
Right. It's just hard with these clubs that say like, oh, we're not doing social media at all. Like, we're not doing social media. You're like, well, you got to be careful because, it is here. And like that's what we were saying in the beginning of the show. It is really here, and people need to accept it. So how are we going to best implement? You know what I mean? To make sure that we can have our members doing the right thing on social media and holding themselves accountable, just like you would on the set.
Right. I mean, it is in a sense a secret society, but heck, even the Illuminati has a freaking Facebook page, don't they?
Right. That part. That part. Yep. Mm-hmm.
The Illuminati is real?
No.
Bro, they got a Facebook page.
That they must be real then.
Isn't Beyonce and Jay-Z in the Illuminati?
Is that like their icon, a horse head?
Yeah.
No. No, I popped that up because she's playing with the chess pieces right now. She always sees me playing chess, by the way. And so I have her on my lap when I play, and so she's watching what I'm doing, and naturally kids are subject to their environment.
You're responding to the chess pieces have dust on them comment I made earlier. That's what.
Correct. And yeah, Brophy, what did you have to say about that in the chat?
Well, I seen you and Chino playing.
Right, that's right. You were here. You witnessed it.
5 or 6 months ago, Brophy. I mean, one game.
How long ago was it?
That was that was the night of the Easy Way thing a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago. We were over there, and they were in a hot little game. They were in a hot game.
Moted.
And, yeah, I was kind of surprised.
You're like, yeah, this is decoration.
Mike Ball, I'll beat your ass in 7 moves. Don't play with me.
Oh,
okay.
Snap. The gauntlet has been thrown down.
And I will. Don't, boy. Stop.
As if. And I'll kill you in bones, too. Watch how we play fives and I throw the dominoes down.
I don't know how to play.
You don't know how to play?
I don't know how to play Bones. I don't know how.
Oh, that's
I never
that's
learned.
Disgusting.
I know.
That's disgusting.
Oh,
man, the white guy's gonna have to teach the black guy how to play Bones.
That hurts.
Yeah, that's rough.
Just as long as you don't slam on the table at me.
No, you have to. Like that's part. Like, dude, that's the etiquette on there. You slap them.
These
you know what I mean?
Come from China. Ah, pow.
Yeah. Give me my 15. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
Look at you, Mike. You got it all.
Hell yeah. We don't play around over here.
I don't know how to play Bones.
Do I need to teach you how to play spades too?
Unfortunately, I haven't played spades since I was a little kid. I haven't played spades since I was like 9.
Playing chess over here.
They were playing spades the other night, and I was just sitting looking as they were making their books. And then they had some sort of something that they played from Chicago that this is wild and something and this, and they took the 2 of clubs out. I was like, what? You took a card out? Yeah.
I just saw somebody mention that they get hit up by the Illuminati. You see that comment, Mike?
Yeah, right.
It might have been Ghost Eagle. I get hit up by the Illuminati. I thought you got to be like a billionaire or something like that to even be considered. Like
a multi. Yeah, right. You're like JG.
That doesn't mean they're not out here hitting people up.
If they're hitting you up and you don't have $1 billion, it's because you are the sacrifice. Think about that.
It reminds me of the Ice-T movie when he went hunting with these white dudes.
Yeah, hunting humans.
Said, so what are we hunting? They all looked at him and said, you. Wow, Black Dragon can't play Bones or spades. What's up with that? I know Kodiak, Indiana.
Don't worry. I got him, guys. I'll teach him.
I know.
I'll culture him. I'll culture him.
I used to play as a kid.
Sure, you did. No, don't be backtracking now.
I'm talking about a kid, like 9 or something.
You're probably playing crazy eights.
And I don't remember how to play the game. We used to play spades all day long.
Sure, you did.
In the summers, up in Wichita, Kansas.
They didn't have video games.
No, you played jacks. We played jacks.
I was just about to say no. You just played jacks. You didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't play. That's the kind of game you were playing.
We played jacks.
You were bouncing the ball and grabbing jacks. Come on.
Hey, bounce the ball around the world. Grab the jack, bro. Don't play with me.
See you. Yeah. That's what you know. See, that's your knowledge.
We played marbles.
You still remember all that?
We played marbles. Well, I can't do jacks. I don't think I have the dexterity to. Hey, over the bridge. Jack, man, come on.
You have this knowledge of all this, but you have no knowledge of spades.
I don't remember.
Or nothing.
I remember there were books. You had to make books, and there were sweets.
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap. Things went by sweets and stuff, and books, and I remember the game. We played Parcheesi, and not it. This is 2024, not the 1847. These guys are so mean. That's all right. Your ass gonna be old too, and they'll be making jokes about you.
He was like Huck Finn with a slingshot. You know.
I already feel old, so I mean, it is what it is.
Oh my goodness! Anyone who been in lockup knows how to know spades or they're capping.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Anyone who's been locked
up. Yeah, that's something that you're gonna play.
Frogzilla said he did 3 years and never played one time.
Yeah, I learned how to play when in there, but then it was boring to me. You know,
it is boring to me. I don't like spades. I would way rather play like bones or something like that. You know, I love playing fives.
I don't even know how to play chess.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I know chess, checkers, backgammon, Parcheesi.
I got yep.
And
King of Uno.
I never really got Uno.
I liked Uno. That was fun.
Yeah, and then I hell at Scrabble, and then hey, I'm hell at what is that game? Monopoly. I'm hell at Monopoly, man.
How about Clue?
No, I didn't play Clue so much.
Clue is a difficult game.
I only played it a couple times. I remember we had Clue, but I don't really remember even how to play it.
I got a little bit of culture behind me. You know what I mean?
This is not a
no, because you go, Mike Ball don't know. He's a kid, you know.
I have to say that from time to time. It just
and Risk. Risk is also a great game.
It's
very difficult game though.
I've never played Risk.
Risk is a very difficult game.
I used to play Battleship. Play Battleship.
Everyone's played Battleship.
I figured you. I said that a little bit earlier. I figured you to be a Battleship guy.
Yeah,
I gotta be good at this. I was in the Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm the same way. Bats. I love Bones, dude. It's the best.
Let me see, Dragon.
Yeah, Dragon was playing D&D, dude.
I did play D&D.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jenga.
My
Vitos with a J.
My name was Raphael.
There you go, Andrew.
My name was Raphael Cameron.
Nice. He was like a level 10 fighter.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I played that. And then I also used to go watch the Rocky Horror Picture Show. So I was
My brother was into that. He used to go to the theater and they would act it out.
Yeah.
They would act it out in the front of the stage as well.
That's right.
On the screen. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. And
I went a couple times. I was a kid.
I went like three times, and I dressed up as an entire clown because I was in a clown band at the time.
Wasn't it about transvestites?
It was.
There's very much involved.
Yes. About a transvestite.
Yes.
Oh, but he had some bad chicks in that thing. And
I
never really realized that's what it was celebrating. It never dawned on me like, hey man, this is not like really the most manly thing a person can be doing.
No, it's extremely sexual. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, but I just remember people would.
But he
be like,
wasn't. He was not only was he a transvestite, but this guy also he had men, women, and everything. It was a very sexual kind of
It was
thing.
right. But who was the star of the show? What was his name?
Oh, I forget his name.
The guy with the grill. He had like the weird.
I forget his name. Some guy. I never knew his name. But it was a social thing. Everybody was there, and
Yeah,
you had your cigarette lighters, and you would light up your cigarette lighters. And I knew all the songs. The songs were cool, man.
They were very Broadway.
Ghost Eagle says he has the anniversary issues of the show.
Yeah,
Tim Curry was his name.
Oh, Tim Curry. Yeah, that's a good job, Ghost Eagle.
Did he ever make anything else?
Tim Curry was in a couple movies. Yeah, he's always some weirdo.
He's always some weirdo. He plays the weirdo really well.
Well, when you get known as being the weirdo, you play the weirdo.
You're like, yeah. It's like,
if you play that weirdo well.
Well, it looks like we've just completely left the topic.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, listen, that's the way lives go. It's the way of the road. I didn't know that I'd be in here with the baby right now either. So
yeah, well, yeah, that's cool.
But with the whole social media thing, it's kind of like, it's a double-edged sword. And that's like, if you're going to take away anything about it, you need to know that it's a double-edged sword. It can be good, but it can also be bad. And if you aren't conscious of the content you make and what you do with it, you'll figure it out pretty quick.
Somebody said Black Dragon named the songs, and I don't really remember the names of the songs.
Yeah, as he's Googling it.
But I do remember. Yeah, so I'm looking at the songs here. And
Aztec says we are soon to find out that Black Dragon's name came from a D&D adventure.
Here are the name of the songs. I never knew the names of the songs, but I can remember the lyrics. Like there was "Damn It, Janet." I remember that. "Damn it, Janet, I love you." There's a lie. I remember that song. In just 7 days, I'll make me a man. I remember that song. There were so many songs. There was like 20 songs in that movie.
Yeah, it's a total musical.
No, it is. It's a whole musical.
And it's hard when, because Dragon being a 20th level paladin.
Hey, don't do that. Yeah, man, I did some things out there. I had some fun out there. Yeah. And Time Warp, I remember that. Let's do the Time Warp again. Like I can like almost sing some of them songs. The dude's name is Frankfurter. Who is that? Who is Frankfurter? Is that one of the members?
Is that Tim Curry? Yeah, it was like, because I was like, when I was a kid, so I know, like in 75, 76, and 77, I went with my brother one time to watch it, and it was like, that was it. And I think I maybe went one other time, but I just thought, I was a little kid. I thought it was just kind of interesting, and everyone was weird. You know what I mean? And then it stopped.
Joseph calls you out, BD. That's hilarious.
Joseph, I see him. He always wants me to be moted.
I love it when you get moted.
I know you do. I know you guys do.
I had to educate you on what moted was.
What do you want? You need a trophy right now?
Is
that what you're trying to get, a trophy, Mike?
Oh shit! I mean, there were people that did that stuff like multiple times a week. Man, they were at like every showing, and they're wearing costumes. That was what I tripped out. People in the audience, and everyone was wearing costumes.
Dude,
yeah, I went there in a costume.
You picked up the most sex-crazed girls there. I really was there for the girls. These girls were they were a trip, bro. They were around before goth. The Rocky Horror Picture Show was like pre-goth, I think.
It was, and it's like I remember like when I went to the original in Long Beach. And I know Brophy did, too, because he's local here in this area. So Long Beach is the original off of Cherry, I believe. And that's like the original spot for Rocky Horror Picture Show, and they still do it.
Yeah, I seen this. This was up in the San Jose Bay Area where I grew up. That's where I first seen it. It was like this drive.
Oh, you went in over there. Okay, there's an actual like participation theater that you show up and you're like a part of the show. Like the whole show is the audience. It's audience participation.
People are acting it out. It was just crazy.
Yes, people acted out on a stage and everything. Yeah.
Oh, Joseph says that we got to have a rap battle. Mike, he said you put the standard up there. Mike, that thing was cold-blooded, bro. I don't know if I could best that. Boy, you said I don't have to. Well, we can't even stand in front of the baby, but I don't have to.
I got headphones. I don't understand why you guys think that. Like, you guys can say it as long as I don't. You know what I mean?
I didn't even realize that.
Come on, man. That's what I was trying to tell you guys when someone said don't curse in front of the baby. I went like this. I'm in my headphones.
I wondered why you was pointing to your headphones earlier. I didn't even realize why you were. I was like, what's he pointing to his headphones? But man, I love that rap, man. It was so cool. I liked it.
Yeah, gangster rap made me do it.
Made me do it.
Gangster rap made me do it.
People really get into that show physically and emotionally, says Kodiak. I don't know if I was emotionally in the show, but I definitely. Now I never wore an outfit, but I would get up and sing the songs, the time warp dance, the building the man in the lab, the whole thing, man. I think I knew every one of those songs. Some of them I still hum from time to time, like they never leave my mind.
That's hilarious.
It was a fun time in my youth. Man, I was in Mike, I was in my first like little gang at the time, the Little Dragons.
Nice. My ex is the one that drugged me to that shit.
I don't remember
straight up.
Any of the
she drugged me to that. I was like, dude, I don't want to go to that. And she was like, come on, let's go. I'm like, I don't want to do none of that.
I seen a redo of it. Like there's some you can look up YouTube videos of people that filmed their experiences, at the theaters where they saw them. And like when I was watching, I YouTube some and watched some, like, and I was like, I don't remember any of this.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was a good time, man. It was a good time.
Some of the characters.
Well, it was a different time then. You went places and you did things.
Yeah.
In those days, there was no everybody had a cell phone in their hand. Like you could have 30 people in one room and they're all doing this. Back then, you went places and you interacted with everybody that was there. You became part of whatever was going on. Fred says, I've seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show no less than 50 times. Drunk teenager every time.
Drunk, mushrooms. A lot of mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Well, we've been on here an hour now. I suppose it's probably time to wrap it up, huh, Mikey?
Hey, I mean, that's the cool thing about lives like this. If you guys we talked about the main subject, and then we go into our own normal little thing. That's what's all about. Honestly, I used to live stream for 8 hours a day, so I was doing that from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. every single day for like 10 years straight. And that was something like I'm always okay to just keep going. If you have subjects and you're talking or you got to go, I get it. Us chilling here, everyone wants to hang out.
Yeah, thanks for letting me come on too. Appreciate it.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. Definitely.
No, I think the whole social media and MCs, just being able to implement it better within the organization, your organization, just understand that it is a real thing People use it. People are on it. I don't know what to tell you. It's the majority of people are on these social platforms, and they're using it.
Absolutely.
Well, and also, you know, people's paranoias aren't unfounded because, you know, nefariously, you know, entities, government, police, and stuff like that, man, they're also watching too. So you got to always keep that in mind. You know what I mean? Gotta be safe.
Yeah, Kodiak, I feel you. Next time we need to hear a rhyme for Brophy.
Yeah, I saw up here. Let me see. There it is. Yeah.
That's a good question, Mark. I'm saying that too. I rap? No.
Yeah.
No, I don't rap.
Yeah, stop the cap.
Yeah.
Stop the cap.
Never. I don't. I unfortunately I can't claim it. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be impressed. Just put it that
way. Right.
You would not be impressed with Brophy rap.
That's hilarious.
Well, Mike, I'm going to commiserate a little bit this morning again about that TikTok ban over on TikTok. I'm really pissed off about it. I can't wait to see the news today.
Okay, so yes, the House passed it. There's no way the Senate is going to do it. Unless this was a whole, like what the elites want. If the elites want it banned, it's going to be banned.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, they were. I was watching a little bit of that. They were talking about, like, you know, the guy about, like, well, are you guys able to enter into people's houses through their internet? And is China watching the American people through their internet? And, you know, the guy was like, no.
Well, I mean, there's certain things they can probably see that they don't want us to know that they can see, whatever the case may be. But they can't see any more than Mark Zuckerberg. Get the hell out of here. If you want to ban that, ban it all. Stop them all from making money off of us and following us and tracking us. And the internet is forever. And if you ever make a mistake on it, you can never get it off. And all the bullshit. Stop all of it.
Yeah, it ain't the people as it is the provider, right?
They got this thing, and somebody put something up on that. Now it doesn't work like that in the UK. They have to take that stuff down after a period of time. Doesn't just because you were a teenager and you decided to show your booty. Now that's going to be there when you're 90.
Mm-hmm. Internet's forever.
It is
not in the UK. It's not.
Well.
They got laws where they got to take that stuff down based on whatever the criteria is.
Yeah, but then once it's on the internet, though, it may be deleted over there, but it's forever in the rest of the world.
Maybe not. I mean, I'm not sure how it works over there, but they have a way to at least get it off of their stuff. You won't find it if you're over there.
Yeah, people just screen record things, and then that's how it's saved forever. You know, and that's what happens to a lot of these people is as soon as it gets taken down, they screen recorded before it got taken down and they show it. So, and then people keep it because they know it's going to get taken down. People are very smart on this stuff to keep stuff like that on the internet forever. That's what happens. Once it's out there, it's out there. So, but
anyway, guys, motorcycle clubs, start training your people how to use the internet and how to use social media. It should be part of your training with your prospects, like everything else. If you don't know about it and you're an OG, get you some young guys, learn about the internet, learn about the social media, learn about what it can do, learn about how your apps can be tracked and all this stuff. You can't sit around and not know about that because it's part of our society. And anybody young that you're bringing into your club under the age of 30, this is how they get down. This is how they talk. This is how they speak. And this is how they communicate all with each other all over the world. So they're not going to stop just because they join a motorcycle club. So you got to put some rules out there so that folks know what's the best practices for being on social media and being a biker in a set of colors representing a club. Capiche?
Yes, sir. That's beautiful.
All right, Mike, man, I'm gonna let you get out of here. Brophy, thank you so much, and I'll be shutting the show down.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys.
Thank you guys for everything. Love you both. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Check me and Mike Ball out Monday through Friday, 7-ish or so is when we get on. 7-ish on the West Coast, 10-ish on the East Coast, Monday through Friday, with the #1 biker news channel in all the country. Actually, in all the world. I'm Black Dragon, your host. Mike Ball, my co-host. We're having a good time here. We thank Brophy for coming in, and we got our brother over there, the gatekeeper, K Wayne, over there running the comments. So, hey, man, you guys take care. Much love, honor, and respect. Thanks for tuning in and get skinny. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.